using for your rolling out of feet? For me, I grabbed a ball today, but some of you I know in the studio have grabbed a dowel. You choose what it is that you want. We got a few different balls in the studio too. They're salmon color. We normally have our pink ones, right? There's our pink ones. I know I was trying to identify, well, what color actually is this? And then someone let me know it's salmon. So I was very happy that someone told me what to call it because I was really confused. Um, these ones are kind of a little bit more similar as our tennis balls, where you can feel when you press down on them, they're hollow inside. So they have a little bit more give, right? Where the pink balls are solid. Okay, dowel's very solid. So each thing does a little bit different. It doesn't matter what you've grabbed. You might have a couple different things. Hey, just check in, feel your feet, notice how they feel on ground. Hey, then you're going to ask your body, is there one foot, or if one hip is feeling a little bit tighter, maybe you start rolling on that side. Hey, you're going to press down other foot, taking this awareness of hip bone to hip bone. As you exhale, imagine you have two strings pulling belly towards center. You can use an SH breath. So as you inhale, SH breath, feel your lower belly draw back. There's a little up. So do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, opposite heel lifting. And then when you're ready, see if you can lift one foot without dropping that hip out, keeping nice and stable. I'm just going to find my stability. There we are. Okay, and then you're going to bring that foot down onto the ball. So you're going to roll from toes to heel. Exactly. Some of you are in the dowel, so I'll also bring the language of the dowel in. So just start to notice, huh, does that feel? Where does the ball or the dowel want to go? Maybe on outside of foot, pinky to outer heel. Maybe the big toe to inner heel. And for those of us that have the ball, this is our lateral arch, pinky side of the foot. This is our medial arch. And then right underneath the toes, we have what is called our transverse arch. So you can also stand on the dowel, let toes hang off. That will get in your transverse arch. Those of us that have the ball, we can let the toes wrap around the ball and press down, opening transverse arch. Okay, some of you know that you can press down, do a little compression. You can do what we call a little spin. With the ball, it's quite fun. You can take it and you can drag it across the foot. So I tend to go from outer lateral arch towards inner arch. Okay, so just take your time here. You can do a little pressure and release at any time. Anytime you find, oh, there's a little bit of holding, just pause in there. Keep breathing. Remember that breath out the mouth. That's your invitation today to let go of what's no longer needed. Okay, we each carry things, and sometimes we store them in body, right? Which is never fun. It's like, why are we carrying around so much stuff that we don't need? I always notice I was reading something over the last week, and it was saying, I found this language quite interesting. When we have tension in body is bracing. And so I thought, as I looked into areas where I was holding, I was like, well, why body are you bracing? Like, what are you bracing from? Right. And so I was like having this conversation and like asking body. Then all of a sudden, body was like, okay, I don't need to brace anything. And it just let go. And I was like, great. And so it just kind of like trailed a thought for me, like, oh, why are you bracing, body? Or what am I bracing against? Right? What have I kind of brought in? And then I'm choosing to hold on to it and carry it around and brace with it, right? Whereas we're energetic, the more we learn, bring in, let go, right? Bring in, let go, right? So much better. It's much easier to talk about than to do, right? So I am learning this as you are, right? But I like to bring in things that I am also trying to cultivate inside of myself. And life is a journey, right? We're each on our journey, and we come together at different times to support one another, right? And that's what we're here for. Okay, so you'll know whenever you're done one foot, you don't have to stay on one foot the whole time. You can switch from foot to foot. Sometimes my body goes, oh, do a little bit on right, then do a little bit on left, and then go back to right. Okay, so listen. Hey, notice how that side feels, and then we're going to root down and lift up the other foot. See if you can do a little bit of balance. Remember that SH breath, pulling both sides of the hip bones together towards belly. Some of you, you know, we do a little bit of bounce and a little bit of play. Sometimes we kick an imaginary ball in space, a little bit more deeper proprioception. Balance that comes in sometimes really well, and sometimes it doesn't. Good, we're going to flow from toes to heel. Ah. Notice where you're getting directed on this side. So both sides of our body are not symmetrical for most of us. If you are, great. I know I'm not one of those people. I'm not symmetrical on each side. So whenever I come into practice, I also notice how's right feeling? How's left feeling? And then taking note, well, what does this side need? Okay, so what does this foot need? And it'll reflect as we're releasing fascia, myofascia, all the way up into the hip. So sometimes when we have hip pain or lower back pain, we roll out feet and we're like, oh, this feels so much better. Yeah, I usually try to roll out my feet every day. Just check in. Where do you need to go? Keep breathing. Just going to feel this practice. Mhm. There you are, Izzy. Yay. So just check in. Whenever you're done, no rush. Just let yourself finish up. Okay, my body feels done, so I'm just gonna move my bowl. But if you need a couple more passes before you're done, you go into it. Okay, remove the dowel and the ball off. And then we're gonna feel right foot is gonna become stable for us, and we're gonna go into tree pose. So a lot of the time we do tree after we do foot rolling. So we're just gonna feel right foot. Okay, feel the hips as we exhale, maybe that SH breath as we lift left heel, drawing belly. Okay, hip bones towards belly, belly drawing in. And then see, I feel like I'm just going to keep my heel connected to my inner ankle and just stay there. Okay, hands can be on hips, arms can be out to the side. If you want to go farther, keep pressing down, lifting up, and then pressing foot into inner calf or thigh. I'm going to stay low today. Hey, want to bring in our grounding mudra as we're in a lot of transition right now. This is invitational, so you can choose to do it or not. You can touch the pad of the index to the pad of the thumb and then let the middle ring pinky curl into palm of hand. And then you can feel, oh, I want arms to come up. I want to keep them low. And this brings us into our anchoring energy, Chinmaya Mudra. Feel your breath. Each time you exhale, drop your energy down through the body, through your leg, into your feet. When you feel the inhale, notice the rise, but try not to lose the down through your foot. Good. When you're ready, you release that leg. You can turn the knee forward. Some of you will do a little kick, release, shake it out, release the hand gesture. Good. We're going to find left foot. Let's take a breath out, mouth. Exhale. Good. Right heel lifting one more time. Inhale, this time maybe an SH breath. Keeping hips nice and stable as we decide, does heel just want to come on inner ankle? Do we want to bring foot on calf or a little bit higher through knee, maybe inner thigh? It did that hand mudra work. The other gesture that's really quite helpful is ring finger is a symbolic of earth energy. Okay, so you can touch thumb to ring finger, and all other fingers can release since we're getting into the elements today. Also helps you feel body. Notice breath. Good. Don't lift the foot up if it doesn't want to. Stay in ground. This is very therapeutic. Sometimes we think we have to go somewhere with the foot and bring it up, but you know what? Just being right here, you can just really focus on standing leg, feeling nice and strong. Notice the roots coming off your feet as you take two more breaths. Your arms are your branches. Celebrate the tree. And as you release, knee might come forward. Some of you might do a little kick in space. Release, shake it up. Okay, so we're going to do a little warrior flow. So we're going to widen our feet now. So you're going to decide if I'm feeling not as stable today, then you're going to go maybe about 3 feet. If you feel, oh, I feel a little bit more stable, I want to go maybe 3.5 or 4. Yeah, good. Okay, so now you're going to take your right foot and you're going to turn it towards the short end of your mat. Now, your right heel, for most of us, might be pretty lined up with our left heel. But what I'm going to ask you to do is just do a little toe heel inward and take your right heel and line it up with the inner arch of your left foot. Good. Yeah, you've got it. Toes can point a little bit more forward towards me, or then there you are. Nice. Yeah. So you can feel one hip is an external rotation and one hip is an internal. So we're going to increase that internal of back hip. So what I want you to do is just press the left heel back and just angle the toes in. You'll feel internal, external. Okay, now watch as we bend front knee, this knee wants to always fold in. So reach it over the second and the third toe. It can go past your heel, okay, but we want to keep it tracking forward. Yeah, be aware of that. Notice what that feels. Okay, and then you're on a little bit of a side. So you might want to turn towards the right leg, but just a little bit of side. So you're on a 45-degree angle. Okay, we're going to bring arms up. This is warrior two. So I want you to look forward over your right arm and then turn, check in. What's my left arm doing? Is it in line with the shoulder? Do my arms want to be a little bit lower? Do the palms want to turn out or oh, another option on arms? Yeah, you choose down, forward, or up. Now breathe, feel all your toes. Sometimes this feeling of like we're pushing or pulling the mat away, sometimes for some of us helps feel a little bit more stable. Now we're going to turn left hand palm down. We're going to feel this opening on side body and hips. We're going to turn right hand palm up if you haven't. Now watch, this front knee is going to want to roll in. So keep it tracking over second and third toe as you reach that right arm up. Don't lose your earth support. So you can keep your gaze straight ahead. Breathe into the right side of the body. Good, we're going to bring arms back into warrior two. So that's in line with shoulders. Yeah, you've got it. Now, I want you to reach out through right side of the body like you're reaching for something. Take your pelvis with you. Then we're going to allow right forearm to release onto thigh. So you're not dropping your weight. It's just a very soft touch. Now, left hand might release on the hip. Some of you might reach it up in line with the shoulder. Deeper stretch is to go all the way up and over. So you decide. You want to make sure you can breathe here. Okay, now we're going to come up into warrior two arms. We're going to go back into exalted left hand down, right arm up. Keep that right knee bent over the second and third toe. It's going to want to roll in. Yeah, you got it. Back into warrior two arms. Inhale. As you exhale, reach out. Oh, good. Come into extended side angle. Yeah, so arm can be in line with shoulder or farther. Let's do that for one more time. We're asking legs to engage. Warrior two. Exalted. Inhale, right arm up. Back to warrior two. Exhale into extended side angle. Left arm comes up. One more breath. Press down through feet. Come all the way up to standing. Toes point forward. Heel toe, step together. Shake it out. Asking legs a little bit to work for us, right? Good. Ah. So just notice, maybe the ankles are saying, I need a little bit of wrist, or sorry, ankle circle. So you just keep toes on the floor and just circle through both ankles. Notice maybe one side feels a little bit more working than the other. Good. Okay. Let's do the other side. So we're going to widen once again. Left foot is going to turn out. So toes are pointing to the short end of the mat. You're going to take left heel, heel toe, walk that foot in. So left heel is lined up with a little bit more of the inner arch of your back foot. And then if you want, you can reach the back heel back, which is your right, and toes might come in. So you feel a little bit more internal rotation as left knee bends, tracking over second and third toe. Arms come up, warrior two. Now check, the palms want to be down. Do they want to be forward? Do they want to turn up to open heart? Yeah, good. Now notice, am I higher than shoulders? Because we can just be at the height of the shoulders or lower. So check in, look at your arms. What are they doing? Okay, right hand palm down is going to touch right leg. Inhale, left arm's going to come up. Now watch that left knee is going to want to roll forward. So keep it tracking over the second and third toe. Breathe here. Maybe that spreading of the mat apart is helping you, feeling like you're creating space in between the mat. Okay, back to warrior two. Then you reach forward through torso, pelvis, left forearm comes down, right arm maybe comes up. Remember, you can always touch lower back. You can always bring arm up and over. Okay, so feeling body now. Watch the knee. Some of you are letting that right knee roll in. Okay, you're going to come back, warrior two. Exalted. Left arm comes up, right hand on thigh. Yeah, shorter stance sometimes works. Okay, come back to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Coming into our extended side angle. Really nice stretch. Are you okay? And keep going one more time. You have toe spacers, don't you? I know you keep forgetting them. One more time. Let's flow together. Feel feet. Yeah, feel feet. Come down one more time. Feel your feet. And here on your stable. Yeah, forward. There you go. I'm here for your stable. Yeah, we're together. We're in this. I'm going to transfer my stability towards you. When you're ready, we're going to come out. Good. We're going to heel toe feet together. Good. Shake it out. Good. Okay, so when I do some hip release, we're going to do that coming down to the floor. So we're going to feel ourselves finding the short end of our mat. We're going to bring hands to heart. Little pause here to end our standing series. Eyes can be opened or closed. As we exhale, release arms down beside us. Now, just come into a little knee bend, sit the pelvis back, just feel chair for a moment. Let the arms float up, maybe just to the height of the shoulders or a little bit farther. Keep sitting the hips down. Feel the legs engage as we then reach the pelvis back and up and maybe come into a little forward fold or a deeper one for those of you that want to go deeper. Forearms on thighs if you need a little bit more support and not going down and dropping the head below the heart, but just staying higher. Good. Take another 1 to 2 more breaths. When you're ready, you're going to bend knees, hands touch floor. So you can either step back into downward dog, big step with both feet, one back first, then the other, or you could come right down, step back, drop knees, right knee, then left knee, and come into a child's pose. Those of you that want to walk it out in downward dog first, you do so. Okay, then you're coming down into child's pose, no rush here. Good. Feel yourself when you meet child's pose down on the floor. Now you choose the arm variation. We did forward. Okay. We walked our arms to each side. We also brought the palms of the hands together, lifted forearms, hands off the floor, and brought them to our upper back. Some of us supported the forehead on the hands. Good. 1 to 2 more breaths here. Okay, so we're going to come down. So we're going to sit up. You're going to roll over onto one hip. Okay, you're going to roll back onto your pelvis. I want you to locate the ball. And is there anybody who does not have a ball? Yeah, here, Tracy, you can grab one. It's coming to you. Okay, perfect. So you're gonna roll down, have your ball beside you. So I brought us straps, but I'm gonna change and go into some hip release instead. Okay, that's what's calling instead. So we're gonna bring right leg up towards us. We're gonna hold onto shin or back of thigh, and we're just gonna circle through hip for a moment. Go both directions. Yeah, I had a feeling you didn't have ball. I was gonna give you mine. You're going to externally rotate that hip, bring right ankle onto left thigh. Just going to go into a figure four. Now, it's really nice here because sometimes when we're in figure four, there's a lot of strain in neck and head. And so you might even put a little support. Chip foam block is what I'm suggesting, sometimes a folded blanket for those of you at home. And then you can just pause here. You can feel a little wipering of the leg to the left, to the right. Just feeling both legs. Just go to each side, just releasing hips. Each time you flow to one side, you exhale, inhale, exhale, come back to center. Good. And if you do want to go a little bit deeper, you're more than welcome to press ankle and thigh into each other. Bring that left foot up off the floor. Some of you may want to hold that left leg. Some of you may want to extend left leg up in the air. You choose. I'm just going to be walking through the studio for a moment. Okay, you stay there for as long as you want. Sometimes a nice point of the toes, inhale, flex of the heel, exhale of that extended leg. And then you might just feel this feels really nourishing for you. So just holding, feel this release, bring in a little sway. But some of you might want to drop left foot onto the floor and take the ball and just lean over a little bit more onto left hip. So right hip comes off the floor and then just put the ball and you want to be under the fleshy part of the buttocks. So just getting anywhere along the flesh. So maybe lower buttocks more than upper. You can even, for some of us, I know for me, I hold less in the back of the buttocks, but I hold more on the side of the hip. So when I mean side of the hip, I'll just stand up. Yeah, exactly, Barb. That's exactly what I was thinking, right? Was I could feel that for you. And so you might have the ball to the right of the hip and then you just roll over onto it. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah. And so sometimes it's not back of the pelvis or back of the hip so much, but outer hip, right? And we feel that outer hip going, yeah, speaking a little bit more to us, right? Yeah, so notice that there's kind of variations on where you can check in, right, with pelvis. So you take your time there. I am, because we started 5 minutes late, just going to go 5 minutes over. If that doesn't work for you, just wiggle your fingers at me to let me know. Okay. I'm going to take another minute or two here. Okay, so take a deep breath in, let it out the mouth. You are doing some deep release here. Notice in this fluid hip, is there anything that you're kind of holding onto that's inhibiting the flow of water in your pelvis? Ah, you'll know when the ball, excuse me, when the ball's ready to come out, and maybe you want to just do a little flow. Maybe you want to unwind the legs and just let the legs wiper. You might even want to extend the legs, flatten them on the floor, or bring them up and shake them in the air. Ah, so you take your time. No need to transition too quickly. If one side says, hey, I really need you to linger on that side to release, you stay there. When you're ready, we're going to do opposite leg. You join when you're ready. So left leg is coming up. Sometimes you can just let leg be in there. You can hold it with your left hand. You can circle through the hip. So you're really wanting to feel that rotation of your thigh bone. There's a ball on the end fitting into the glove of your hip socket. So you want to feel that relationship of rotation here as you're circling, and you're going to go in both directions. Just bringing a little bit of fluidity. Sometimes we get a little bit of stuck or jammed in the ball, fitting into the glove of the socket too deeply. It is a very deep hold. So we just want to make sure we have fluidity here. Hey, when you're ready, that left ankle is going on right thigh. Arms can be out to the side. Remember, you can support your head. And we're just going to inhale as we exhale. Belly draws in. Maybe that SH breath. Legs can go over to right a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Legs can go over to the left a little bit. Just start soft. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Notice the left thigh, knee releasing away from torso. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, exhale to the other side. You do that flow for as long as you want. When you feel left ankle and right thigh want to lean into each other, right foot floats up off the floor. Maybe you interlace hands behind right thigh. Maybe you extend the right leg. You choose. Remember, you can do a point. Inhale, flex, heel. Some of you may want to go into ankle circles. Some of you are just feeling, nope, just want to go. Keep the right foot on the floor. Place the ball either underneath the hip or beside the hip. And then when you exhale, you're going to lean into the ball. So you're getting more of the outer hip area. Yeah. So I'll show on this. So you can have it beside hip, right? Can you see that? I don't even think you can because I've got so many things in front of me that I realize, Evelyn, that you're like, I don't know if I can truly see you, Michelle. And then you can see how I just have my ball there, and then I'm just leaning to it, right? Exactly. And so it's even massaging here, right? Outer hip a little bit more. So it doesn't even tuck under this too much. It's more, yeah, there it is. Yeah. And do you have a chip bone block feeling your head? Oh, you do. Okay, perfect. Mhm. I was really speaking to you, isn't that right? Yes. Yeah, I can feel it. And we were kind of working through that the other week too, right? Yeah. Feels good. Yeah, it is kind of a nice one to just say, it's so good, right? Yeah, and just noticing, oh, I'm holding a lot there. And so you can use it with a tennis ball at home, right? Works. Yeah. Mhm. So just checking in, you're just gonna hear me walking back to my mat. Just checking in and noticing, oh, what is left? Is there any other movement that I need? Do I need to pause here? Do my legs want to be in a different position? Maybe extended, maybe drawing into me. Sometimes through this end of the flow, baby pose does want to come in. So you might even draw your legs, hold back of thighs, hold ankles, hold feet, or something else you decide. Ah. Really nice variation is just having the legs together and just opening the legs into a butterfly and the soles of the feet touching, and you can rest here. Some of us this feels very nourishing for, and some of us it doesn't. So if that doesn't feel good, remember you can take the bolster, you can slide it underneath the legs, you can have the legs extended or bent. You might just decide to take a few breaths in butterfly and then transition to a straight leg or a bent knee. Ah. So as you meet yourself towards the end of practice, and we feel our breath just taking time to breathe you. So, what does that mean? The breath is autonomic. So, that means just letting the exhale maybe come out the mouth, letting the flow in and out of the nose, releasing any control over the breath and just allowing it to breathe you as you settle into your place of integration. So, sometimes we just want to lie flat, sometimes a different shape nourishes us. But you honor that space for you. Let the breath out the mouth, a sigh, a sound, a pursed lip, as many times as you need to come back into relationship with Earth. Yeah. Eyes may close or just soften and stay open. Relax. Let your feet open up. And soften the legs and the pelvis. Maybe even noticing a little bit more spaciousness in pelvis, a freedom in the belly. And releasing of back body through shoulder blades and that space in between shoulder blades, which I love to call our back door of the heart. We did some strengthening and release there. And let the weight of your shoulders soften a little bit more into the floor. Sometimes you might notice, oh, one shoulder hasn't completely released or is hovering away from the floor. And letting your teeth gently soften. So it's really the lower teeth releasing away from the upper palate of the teeth. And with that, you might find your lips part a little bit and soften. Maybe even a soft smile just gently coming into the lips. And notice when you do a little soft smile on the lips, if you're inviting that in, how does that energy resonate through body and mind? And as you rest here and you feel wrapped in the embrace of Mother Earth, you let go, you feel, and it's just this breath. It's just this breath. And piece of poetry on healing. That's the thing about healing. You heal into someone else, a completely new person, not even because you want to, because who you were could no longer survive as is. Let it go and let this new you happen. Let it go and let the new you happen. And feel yourself being held by Earth. A couple more minutes. And feel a little bit of silence. One of my singing bowls has to come today. It's hard to transmit it through Zoom. I'm just going to tap it a couple times just to allow the resonance of energy to flow. Little sing. Thanking your body for showing up for yourself today. Notice if maybe there was a tool that came in today that might flutter in through the week. I would like you to revisit it and remembering that intention, that sankalpa that you created at the very beginning. It might have been, I am peace, I am ease, I have a sense of well being. Whatever it was, say it to yourself as if it's already manifested right here for you. And as you wiggle fingers and toes, offer a little awakening stretch of a yawn. Up through arms, down through legs. Maybe you bring a little tension in if that felt good that we started with. And you exhale, you let go out the mouth. Ah. Notice whatever movement that sings to your body and mind, allowing it to come in, releasing any props that aren't needed as you roll over to a side, maybe pausing there for a moment. And when you're ready, you come up to sit however it resonates, whether the legs want to be straight or extended, maybe sitting with the soles of the feet together, feel good for you. Feet a little bit away from pelvis. Okay, arms by your side. As we exhale out mouth. Oh. I'm gonna inhale, bring the hands just to the height of the shoulders. Beautiful. As we exhale, give ourselves a hug. Just offering ourselves this act of compassion. Take a moment to enjoy it, receive it. Notice which arm is on top and which arm is below. We're going to inhale and open arms again. This time, let the arms go back behind you to how far they want to go. Yeah. And as you exhale, wrap the other arm on top. Receive your hug. Hmm. As we inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, bring the arms up. Palms touch. Inhale, reach up a little bit. As you exhale, come down to your heart. Pause there. Feel your heart as your guide. It is the doorway to your spirit, your soul, your true essence. This is the place that connects us all together as we help each other co regulate so that we can self regulate. And as the eyes start to open, if they've been closed, and the head gently lifting. Hmm. And I thank you all for being here, for sharing yourself in body, mind, and spirit, and all of you online. Just take a moment, see if you choose to fold forward, and just this reverence, this honoring